Welcome to the May Michigan Financial Wellness Network Partner Coffee Chat Zoom. This is our last formal get together of this season. Unless we have a reason to get together over the summer, I'm happy to schedule something. Obviously, work will be happening in the background on some of our statewide initiatives, but in terms of these monthly Zooms, we will not be having them until a date in September. And I do have a question for everyone about what day of the week and what time. I think I will send out a survey to everyone who's in my distribution list asking for feedback on is Wednesdays the right day and is 8:30 the right time? Because I don't know the answer to that unless I survey people. But I have a few updates about some of our key initiatives, and I don't expect this meeting to run the full hour, except for the discussion that I'm hoping we can have about the future of this network and what the role should be going forward. So today's agenda, very quick, go through some of the a recap, looking forward. I do want to hear from those who are on the call, and then again, feedback on day and time for holding the meeting in the future. Our Smart Money Michigan Kids Read, Funding the Future. I'm glad that Cheryl is here today to give us that recap. Our FemPreneur Summit date had to be changed for next March, so I'll share that. And then our Smart Money Magic Show, again, seeking sponsors for schools that might be in your footprint going into the fall. Now is a great time to get on their calendar before they break for the summer. So our Smart Money Michigan Kids Read initiative, I'm getting great feedback from our participating libraries. I think I've already received survey feedback from 70 libraries, which is incredible. Very good detailed feedback from our participating libraries, and I'm going to crunch all of that over the next month or two as we start planning for next year's Smart Money Kids Read program. We did have over 170 libraries participating and lots of credit union partnerships. If you are a library, please, and you haven't yet provided feedback using the online survey, please do that, because I am going to close it Friday so that I can begin the synthesizing the feedback that we received. So our Funding the Future tour this spring, I know we were at a lot of schools. Gooding was in Michigan for the better part of 2 weeks, and Cheryl is with us from Funding the Future. So if you could just unmute, Cheryl, and give us a recap, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, hello, good morning, everybody. Yeah, so as you can see, we had 12 shows in Michigan between April 22nd and May 3rd. And we reached about over 4,800 students in those 12 schools. So really great, another great tour in Michigan, and we are excited to return again. We're scheduling for our fall 2024 tour. We unfortunately don't have any dates in Michigan, but I'm sure we will be back in spring of 2025.
So Cheryl, when will the spring of 25 scheduling start?
So we'll probably start that I'm assuming it'll be August, September is when we'll start discussing dates and routing and stuff like that. So very soon thereafter, you should hear something.
Okay. Okay, good. And if it's helpful, I mean, I know you have other people on that team who can get you the information, but obviously there are a couple of weeks in that March, April timeline where, like entire counties are on spring break. And so if you need those dates, I can get them to you. I know you have other people that can do that for you as well. But
yeah, I usually typically research where we're going and pull up calendars and stuff to see what everybody has going. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Dawn Pincombe from Cresa, I think is how you out in
Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo.
Yeah, she helped us with Schoolcraft and also Yale or Vicksburg, which I don't think you have on here. No, I don't see Vicksburg on there. We did Fredericksburg Middle School. So yeah, she helped us get those schools. So
That's
thanks to her. Yeah,
fantastic.
nice little connection through here. So
Yay. That's why we do this, right?
yep,
She's
exactly.
kind of my West Coast connection for the west side of Michigan.
Correct. Yes. And we actually have a call with her again today to kind of discuss some future opportunities. So very
Oh,
good.
wonderful. Oh, I'm ecstatic. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Hi, Cheryl. This is Lacey. I'm with Extra Credit Union, and I actually got Yale on the calendar this year, so I was very excited, and I was in attendance for that show as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Very
Yep, so
cool.
I actually had sent out the information to all my partnered schools, and Yale responded, and I was able to
Okay.
attend.
I
So,
was wondering how, sometimes we just get them, and I should actually put in there like, hey, how do you guys hear about this? Because I was just like, they just responded and was like, hey, we want a show. So that is excellent. Thank you. I'm going to make sure I note that for us.
Yay. This is the conduit, right? This space right here. So thank you, Lacey. That is awesome.
Yeah, that is super awesome. Thank you very much.
And I'm glad you got to go.
yeah, it was a wake up at 8:30 in the morning, and Yale is about an hour away from me, so I got an hour drive, and then got my wake up call when they started drumming and guitaring away. So.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so Cheryl, then if anyone who is on the call or watches the recording of the meeting has a school that they're interested in getting on the potential list, we can always, like they can email me, I can put them in touch with you, and then when you guys start the planning in that August timeframe, so people don't have to wait. Like if they have school partners that might be interested, we can take that contact information now, right?
Oh, definitely, because I
Yeah,
have a list of like future shows or people that are interested in shows.
yeah,
And so as we go to those areas, I start to reach out to those folks. So yeah, definitely.
perfect. Okay. All right, sounds good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning too. I appreciate you being here and providing us with a recap.
All right.
And
No
if you can
problem.
just email that info to me, then I'll include it in the e-blast that I send out as a follow-up to this meeting.
Okay. Yep, definitely. I will. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much. Okay, so an update about our FemPreneur Summit, and this is important because there were some conflicts with the date that we had said last month was secured for 2025. So the new date is going to be March 19th. And for a variety of reasons that I won't bore you with, that first Wednesday in March next year just had too many conflicts, and the universe was telling us that we needed to change it. So it will be March 19th, still a Wednesday, but just a little bit later in the month of March. It does not conflict with spring break for Wayne County. Or Easter or any other major thing that we're aware of. So anyone who has been involved with the FemPreneur Summit or wants to be involved with the FemPreneur Summit can reach out to me via email, MiFinancialWellnesss@gmail.com. But please update your personal calendars, and next year's day-long conference will be March 19th instead of the date that was shared at this time last month. So that's all I have to say about that. So our Smart Money Magic Show, I had talked with Lacey before we started the meeting. We are looking for, it's a new opportunity for new sponsors who want to bring this very interactive, fun, 1-hour program to an elementary school in their footprint, either current partners or potential partners that you want to build a relationship with. This is a great valid business reason to be in touch with elementary schools in your area. And I have all the outreach material written. So if anyone is interested, email me. I can provide that to you, or I can do the contact on your behalf. Either way, or we can tag team. But now is a great time to get it on the schedule for the fall or even going into next spring. I know it sounds crazy, but schools do start looking at their calendar between now and the middle of June when they then are done for the year. And then, nobody's in the building, nobody's working until August when they come back and they do professional development and all of the other things that administrators have to do. It's like a Tetris puzzle running an elementary school. So right now, May and early June is a great time to get on the calendars of elementary schools for the fall, as well as for the following spring. So if anyone is interested, let me know, and I can share my materials that have been used and tweaked over the years that explain what the opportunity is to an elementary school. And if you are an organization or have access to sponsorship dollars or grant dollars that we can pay for this, I'd love to continue doing this program. We just don't have that umbrella sponsor anymore, which is a double-edged sword, right? It used to be great. I could just schedule as many schools as the budget would allow for, but no one else was allowed to be a sponsor. So now we have that opportunity available. So, and again, if anyone wants to talk about this one-on-one, just give me a shout, and we can schedule a conversation outside of this meeting. So I do want to hear from, there are a few of you on the call that I want to hear from about, how things went with Financial Literacy Month, or, any of the programs that I just outlined, feedback, questions, comments, and what you're currently working on. If you have anything that you need, now would be the time to do that. So let's see, Deb, do you want to go first, or Kristen, Lacey?
I'll go first, Kelly. Hello,
You.
everyone. Lacey Cornell with Extra Credit Union. And like mentioned before, I was able to get Funding the Future into one of my footprint schools. I am working on also getting the Magic Show in 2 of my footprint schools as well. Kelly is helping me with that. But at the credit union, we are very, very busy. A Financial Literacy Month was great. We had a lot of success with partnerships we were able to build and attend different events. May is turning out to be swamped, which is a great thing. So we roll out an end of the year promo for our school staff, and we give little goodies away, and then we have like a big prize they can win, which is $350. So we have seen a huge increase of presentation requests coming in. So I don't think there's one day in May that we are available.
Wow.
So lots of good stuff happening on the southeast side of Michigan.
Fantastic. So do you need anything? Well, I mean, you might need my help with that one school, which I'm happy to do. So
yeah, as of right now, I think we're good. I'm going to do that one more contact, and then I'll be reaching out to you if I need some assistance. So I appreciate that.
Sure. Happy to help. All right, I'm going to go with Deb. Deb, can you unmute and give us kind of an update, or what you need, or things happening in your world? Can you unmute? Sure if she's able to unmute. Kristen?
Did it work?
Oh, yep, I can hear you. You're a little bit faint, but I can hear you.
So this was more or less our first official Financial Literacy Month, where we did read-alongs. So we ended up going to 3 different classrooms. We had the students loved it. They had a ton of fun. We brought cookies and lemonade. So of course that was a huge hit. And then we also offer bonsai. So we have teachers that have requested like a follow-up presentation or like a refresher. So kind of, how did the teacher put it? She wanted, requested that we come in as professionals to kind of just reiterate different things that they learned through the bonsai program, hoping that maybe it would stick better coming from a professional versus herself. So we had lots of fun, tossed out lots of candy bars. And May is filling up because we are now getting requests from other teachers that heard about what we were doing and how much the kids loved it. And so yeah, it's good to be out there and get that organic feedback and requests from other teachers that, you know, didn't respond the first time, but now that they hear how awesome it is or how much fun the kids had, you know, now they want to participate too. So
I love that, because that's like positive peer pressure, right?
mhm.
Like, and they
Yeah.
have a fear of missing out. If their peers have good things to say about it and the word spreads, now you're in demand.
Yeah. So I am hoping to do the magic show.
Okay.
We still have to look at, you know, we still have to look into that and talk to the principals and things. Otherwise, yeah, we're just gonna kind of go with the flow, and we're also doing, you could describe them as like lunch and learns, I guess, but we're trying to get into different places to talk to like the community center and stuff and set up little things, little presentations for different age groups too. So that's been fun.
Cool. So for the magic show, are you going to be talking with your school contacts now? Are you thinking about like for the fall, or are you thinking about for next spring?
So I'm actually aiming probably towards next spring. I kind of have to talk to the principal to find out, because I think it would be fun to, you know, do a read along and then maybe come back and maybe set up a magic show like after, closer to the end of the year when kids are all, you know, wound up anyway. So
Right.
that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking probably next spring. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, so those conversations happening now, and I will tell you that our entertainer, right, our magician, he's very busy in March, and he gets very busy starting like when schools end, because March, he has a lot of clients that bring him in for March's reading month, and he has a whole program that's just for that. So that's why April is usually the best for us to use him and to
Okay.
do the money themed program. So just FYI, that's just kind of like, you know, if his schedule's not available, then we can't do it. Even if they said we want to do it on March, whatever, he may not be available. So
Right. I
either
understand.
February or April or May, that is when we have more access to him.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so Deb, are you able to unmute?
Yes.
Oh, hi, there you are.
I kept reading and reading. I'm like, okay, this is how I can do it. So,
Oh,
yeah, I was just going to talk about our April, the Owl and Otter book story hour programs that we did.
and now tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Lake Odessa Community Library in Lake
Yes.
Odessa. And I did 2 story times. I wasn't able to do my third because it's a homeschool group and they had broke for the season. So I'm hoping to do that, the Owl and Otter book with them in the fall when they start back up. But we did a backdrop out of plastic tablecloths for our stage, and our local PFCU came with Maddie Scholberg, and they have a mascot, Dollar Duck. So he came as well. And so we got lots of pictures, and we served popcorn in popcorn boxes.
Fun.
And if they didn't want popcorn cereal, we got out hula hoops and scarves for tossing in the air, and our collapsible tunnel, and lots of pictures. And Dollar Duck gave out little goodie bags for them that are shaped like our duck from Portland Federal. So we were well pleased. We had a great turnout for both of programs, and they were excited to get the books. So
Yeah, I had a couple librarians when they, you know, first requested the books had mentioned hoping to get this Dollar Duck. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. There's a mascot, and, you know, kind of fits right in with the woodland theme too, which is, you know, just a happy accident, really. So Deb, did you complete the survey that I sent out to libraries?
I started it, and then I'm trying to download some pictures, but yeah, I'm going to I see you want it done by Friday, so I should be
Yeah, the
able.
deadline was actually, I think I said was May 1st, but then I realized that some libraries may not have had time if they did the program at the end of April. So I was going to leave it open this week, and then I'm going to close it on Friday. So yeah, I just would love for you to have your input.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy you were able to join us today and share. Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback, and I'll be reviewing every single word that comes. Anything else, Cheryl, that you want to share before I finish up this part of the meeting?
No, I think we gave everything. Oh, yes. Lacey, if I can connect with you, because I'd really like to send a thank you or have the Gooding send a thank you for connecting us with Yale. Because typically we mention like whoever helped book the show during the show, and since we didn't do that, I would like to make sure we do something now for you. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I can send you my email. I'll actually put it in the chat because I'm about to hop off actually.
okay.
So I will send that to you right now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so Lacey had started giving me some input. I would love to hear from you, Deb, and Kristen, the future of the Michigan Financial Wellness Network. I was thinking that I would send out a survey just to my distribution list of folks who receive the e-newsletter that I send out once or twice a month to find out, is this the best day of the week that we should be having these Zoom meetings? I do record them, and we do have, anywhere between 12 and 20 people, or views of the recordings every month. So I know that people are using that to kind of stay in the loop. But I'm just wondering, we used to have, and it comes and goes too, usually I get really high participation in like October, November, and then it falls off a little bit. And then usually like March, we have a larger participation in the Zoom. Yeah, thanks, Lacey. And we'll be in touch, right? We'll be in touch. But I just want to know from the folks who are coming to this meeting, like how, like the future of the network. Is it something that you think is still necessary? Is financial literacy in Michigan, still looking, do you think it's still beneficial to have a collaborative network like this and offer certain, large scale programs that people can plug into? Or do you feel like the interest in financial literacy has waned? Or I don't know, I'm just interested, especially since you're both from different sectors, right? The library sector and credit union sector. And this is kind of an anecdotal, just your thoughts about, this monthly Zoom. Is it still valuable? Should we still do them? Etc. So this is just a free for all, just your thoughts.
So I know for me, every single meeting that I've been able to attend has been very beneficial. I've taken notes, and you used ideas and kind of created my own from them. And I mean, I know for sure that like Owl and Otter would not be part of our curriculum without, finding this network. And I know that I haven't been able to attend every meeting, even though it's on my calendar. I have it saved and I have intentions to be here. But with
Life
my
happens.
other things that, other networking or other business meetings that, come up as well. So then
Right.
it's hard because then I have to choose, which one do I want to go to? And then because the Zoom is recorded, like you said, for me, I can just go back and rewatch it.
Okay.
But being live and being able to participate, I do enjoy that.
Right. Okay. So what do you think about the day of the week or the time of day? Because I know like your financial educator meetings are always in the afternoon, because I understand that a lot of the credit unions have like school obligations during between 8:30 and 2. So do you think that the time of day is right? or, because I always thought like, do it first thing and then people can get on with their day. But maybe it's not that.
You know, it's like you said, it's so hard to know. I would think like for myself, I know that Thursdays are usually days that I don't have things scheduled. And like first and third Tuesdays or first and third Wednesdays seem to be really popular days.
Okay. And you know, I used to alternate. I used to do like every other month, it would be a Wednesday, then the next month would be a Thursday, and the next month would be just so that if people had standing obligations, they could at least attend alternate months, if that makes sense. So, you know, maybe that's something I go back to instead of always being on a Wednesday. I don't know.
I know. I know.
So, well, I'm glad to hear that you find value in the meetings. That's the most important thing, you know. Deb, do you have any thoughts on that? Like, is this something that we should continue to do? Do you think that it's too frequent? You know, Lacey was saying, well, maybe instead of every month, it's every other month. But then I was like, well, but we only meet between September and May. And there are some really important informational pieces that I need to push out, that 8 weeks is a long time to not, you know, have, to not get together.
I think monthly, you know, for sure. Cause like you said, because, you know, for me, some of the meetings that I couldn't attend, and then I went back, you know, then I went to the next one, and then you reiterated some of that stuff that I may have missed in the previous. So that's always helpful too.
Right. Okay. And Deb, what are your thoughts? Do you, as a librarian, do you think that this is a worthwhile use of your time? Do you think that it still has value? Do you think that we, you know, it's too frequent? Like, what if from through your lens, what are your thoughts on just the network in general? You're muted. I can't hear you. Sorry. There you go.
Okay,
I can
you hear
I
me
can hear
now?
you now. Yes, yeah.
So I had to do it a different way this time. So I don't know. My computer is apparently trying to see what I know about computers today. Anyways, I enjoy it. It's just that I start work normally at 9. So quite often I'm getting around and then I'm like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I forgot to join in. But I do enjoy the meetings I do come to. I like that they're a consistent, even if you did switch Wednesday or Thursday, but at a same time frame, you know, or something. But yeah, I do get value out of them. And I usually learn one thing. That's my goal, is to always learn one thing that would be helpful, either for my patrons, which includes my littles that I work with. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's your role at the library? Forgive me, I don't remember.
I'm staff, but I do a lot with the youth services.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Because I know some libraries, you know, they have 50 employees, and in other libraries, it's like there's 1 or 2 people who do 10 jobs, you know, so I wasn't sure if you were like the director who did youth programming or.
Yeah, I do front desk. We're a small library. We have 7 staff members and most of them are part-time, so.
Sure, so you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so do you guys think it would be a good idea to send out a survey about the date and time and just, you know, make almost like a doodle poll where it's like, choose everything that would work, like the universe of options, and then I can use that to maybe switch it up next season?
I don't see any harm in doing that. You know, it's informational, whether you decide to use the information in it or not, you know, at least you have it.
Right.
You know, because if you don't send it, then you don't have the info. So
True. Yeah. And 2, I want input from people who actually will come, because if you fill out a survey and tell me when you're available, but you have no intention of ever coming, then I don't really care, you know?
yeah.
So, all right. Well, you guys know that I'm available throughout the summer, email is good because I check it, at least every day, at least once a day, and I can always get back if you need anything. And Kristen, as you're working through, possibility of bringing the magic show out, even if it's for next February or April or May, let me know how I can support you in that. Because I'm happy to, do that outreach, to make the phone calls and stay on people. So just let me know. Okay. All right, Cheryl, any closing thoughts? Anybody else before we adjourn and I give you 20 minutes of your life back?
Nope, I'm all good as well.
All right. Well, I
Thank
will
you.
send out an e-blast. I'll include the Funding the Future updates as well as the other things that we covered today. So watch for that in the next couple of weeks. And I appreciate you all.
Thanks,
you.
Kelly.
Have a great day.